Original versus Definitive, which version is better when completing Mad Dogg's rhymes. In this mission you visit OG Locke at his workplace, drive to Mad Dogg's mansion, enter it and sneak around many guys just to steal a rhyme book, make your way outside by either sneaking or being very loud and deadly, drive back to Burger Shot, and finally hand over the rhyme book to Mr. Locke. We'll compare tasks, execution, speedrun tactics and gameplay. Both games are vanilla, player on PC. My name is BadInfo, so leave a like and subscribe for more of the same. Now let's see how Mad Dogg's rhymes compares between both versions. First of all, we have a few minor changes in the bathroom. The textures haven't actually changed too much, but what has changed are some colors. The wall of tiles went from white to green, one stall door on our left is greenish blue in the original, but white in the definitive, and some other very small items also have a different color. In the original, when you look at Jeffrey's mouth, you'll see some weird textures. It's almost like you can see through his mouth. In the definitive there's no such problem, this was fixed. The opposite however can be said about the hoodie guy. In the original he looks normal, in the definitive something weird happened to his eyes. Is he blinking? Is he looking? Who knows? All I know is that his eyes are broken. Know what else is broken? CJ's neck. How does he even do that? Wow! I thought they would fix it in the definitive, but nope, it is still broken, so no change here. Lastly, take a look at OG Locke's hands. They look blocky and weird, right? Well, in the definitive they look even more weird since the devs tried to fix them and give them a better texture. The new texture makes his hands uneven and a bit twisted. Man, no wonder CJ and Locke can't hold a regular job and resolve to crime. They are freaks of nature. One walks around with a broken neck, while the other with a broken hand all the time, not even caring. Alright, how does the mission play? In the original, the way to backstab is to approach a person from behind. When you can do a backstab, CJ lifts his blade and a little health bar appears above the person. Then you can backstab him for a clean and silent kill. In the definitive, since you can't even see a health bar, you only have one visual cue when CJ lifts his blade, so you gotta really pay attention in this version so you don't mess up. And sure, you can turn on the white outline in the settings, however it's not a good substitute. As you can see, the pool area is very dark and we have some big shadows next to these pillars, and the game recognizes this as a good hiding spot. In the definitive, however, we still have the same shadows, but they're tiny and the room is much brighter, making it look weird when a person can't even see you if you're standing in front of them in the shadows. In the supposed shadows. Also, speaking of shadows, do you see this room? Do you see where exactly the shadow starts? And where exactly you're hidden? Of course you do! As soon as you step into the shadow, you are hidden and nobody can see you. In the definitive, there's no clear way of knowing just by walking into it. Now you gotta listen to CJ breathing and look at the minimap. Also, the room is way too bright, again makes me wonder why no one can see CJ. On the way to the book, you may have seen some improvements to the mansion. In the original it's very blank and boring, only a few items here and there. In the definitive, there was a big overhaul and there are many new items. I won't go over each one of them, but we have plant, paintings, books, VCRs and so much more. It looks livable now and more realistic, not like a warehouse. When you approach the TV, this is the cutscene you get.
How can refractors mess up so bad? Tanner, you suck ass!
And this is the one you get in the definitive.
Sucks! How can refractors mess up so bad? Tanner, you suck ass!
They blacked out part of the cutscene. I have no idea why, but I assume it's to hide a glaring problem with the guy's model. On the way back you do pretty much the same stuff, so not much to talk about, but I just wanna mention this guy. If you decide to shoot him in the original, it's a nice clean shot and you can see him clearly. Now in the definitive, however, we have two tall chairs and doing a headshot is way more difficult. I actually like this change, it makes you think outside the box and it adds more risk to your shot. The rest of the mission is the same, so how about this speedrun? When doing a speedrun you accumulate a lot of damage, especially on the way to the rhyme book. That's why it's a great idea to hop into a bike beforehand. This reduces the people's accuracy and they'll not hurt you as much. On the way back you can take a spray can and spray people as you walk freely. You barely get shot and you'll be sliding quickly. In definitive, as far as I know, the bike trick does not work and you take a lot more damage. If you decide to speed through the guys, not only on the way through, but on the way back as well. Sure, you can still slide with a spray can too, but when you get close to a pad, while aiming at them, you lock on. Yes! Even with a mouse, there is auto aim. The game will move your mouse to where you don't want it, and you go in a different direction. Yes, you get used to aiming with it, so you don't target them, but that will take time, and your first attempts you may actually die because the game decides to screw you. So which version is better? Not entirely sure, so let me think about it. For casuals, there isn't much difference, but I hate not being able to see people's health. I hate how bright everything looks in a stealth mission, and I hate how shadows don't look like shadows. In the speedrun we clearly have a winner here, since the auto lock on with a mouse is a sin. So for me the original wins this comparison video. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more comparison videos. Thank you for watching, and a very special thank you to my top channel members and patrons: Monish Pradeep, Alex Chavez, Bonchu Talentro, Max Robinson, Max Rich, LMP Racing, House the Chowder, Case Knight, Smokio and everybody else on the screen. Become a supporter today.